Oh. Why did that change? What? It changed that from when we saved it. What? Why did that change? It still says this one up here. It still says penitence up here, not ignorance. But, what? What? What if we just continue again? Is it like randomized for some reason? What is going on? Yeah, see, now it's fervor. What? It's just randomized. I mean, like, fervor is actually probably better for me than anything, but do I want to, like, randomize it until I get it back where it was, or... I don't... I don't know. What? Why is it different? Hey there, gamer. I kind of want it back how it was, to be honest. Oh, check the people? I don't know. Yeah, well, okay, wait, it was there, and then it moved. Did you guys see that? It was right here on penitence, and then it's like, nope, never mind, discipline. It's, got an order so far. I wonder if it's coincidence or what. People look about the same. You know, like Frag Ferret's still dead, for example. Is it just gonna shift over one more time, or just had some coincidental random? Why? Why is it? Yeah, it starts on penitence and then it randomizes. It starts on the correct one, and hey, Gunther. Yeah, you guys could definitely be on board there. Well, I'm certainly not accepting ignorance here. Ignorance is way out of my wheelhouse. Like I said, I would really rather it just be what it's supposed to be. Why is it? Like, why would this be randomized for continuing the game? Whatever, I guess we'll just accept fervor. That's, like, slightly beneficial to me, I would say. But yeah, for those who missed the first stream, what this difference is or whatever, we've got these 5 different attributes of the town here, and after like the first season or second season or something like that, the god spoke to me, Chernobog there, spoke to me in a dream or something, told me to encourage penitence and find the rebellious one. So that just meant that penitence needed to be above 50, where the other stats only needed to be above 30, sort of thing. Alright, so let's see. Who do we got? We got this slot's available, someone that's gentle. Yeah. We got Zanya, which is dull and unrepentant. Everyone else there is named. Let's see, we got wow, everyone there is named or dead. How are we doing on Cadwell? Okay, we got someone that's some flavor of obedient, has a kid. We got someone that's ignorant and lazy, and someone that's unrepentant and a hemophiliac. So there's some options. I could just pick someone too, of course, but if any of those sound appealing, you could be those villagers. We got good mediator that's lacking fervor. We got an obedient healer. And we got disciplined and stubborn meditator. Otherwise, we've got a masochist that knows too much. And we've got an impulsive sadist. And a talented doodler that we know nothing about. And a fit, disciplined person. Alright, ignorant and lazy. There we go. Anyone from House Fervor? Okay. House Sefka. Alright, you get to be the unknown quantity, Celerity. I think this is the single person that we still know nothing about. Greetings, Sausive Lord of Rainbows. Alright, did anyone else want to be a villager? Greetings, Invalid URL. This is the Shrouded Isle. We've got this village, and we're trying to oust the sinners before our old god returns and judges us, basically. So each season, we do a little investigating into some of the houses, and finding out more about them and what they're up to, and trying to find the sinners, and then at the end of the season we choose someone to sacrifice. For example, Frag Ferret, and that imp wasn't a chatter, but we sacrificed them. Let's see, we sacrificed Piotr the Weasel. So those are the guys we've sacrificed so far. Oh, Gunther didn't ask for someone. I didn't name them, did I? Didn't ask for someone specific, I mean. Alright, let's see. How about... Gunther has a very well-behaved little boy. And you're obedient in some fashion. So, we've actually, Lancer's the only person we've killed that was, like, truly a sinner, right? Like, everyone has some sins, but most of those sins aren't too bad. So, like, let's see, what we got, yeah. This person's just stubborn. Not that big of a deal. That's a pretty minor vice, not, anything to get, too worked up over. But Lancer here, this guy was a frickin' scholar. He was encouraging us to build libraries and just super trying to bring knowledge to the people. That's pretty inexcusable. So, hey, Christopher. Look, this game has at least 3 colors, okay? That's more than 2. But yeah, everyone has some negatives, and sacrificing someone from a house makes that house upset as well. And if a house is too upset or one of your stats is too low, you're wrecked, as far as I know. See, negative 20 is still, like, a minor vice, but if we don't have anyone better to sacrifice, we'll try to sacrifice a minus 20. Look, we've got yellow, we've got, like, this greenish blue, we've got this red right here. That's 3. And then you got the blending of the yellow and the greenish red. And that's gotta count for at least a 4th color. Alright, and so our god also encouraged us to find the rebellious one, it said. So we assume that means that someone has the rebellious trait. And so that would be a negative obedience trait, and there's not too many people left that this could be. That could be the rebellious one. So Squirrel could be rebellious. So that's... The only person in this house that could be rebellious is Squirrel, so we should probably investigate Squirrel. If that's still our primary goal, is to find the rebellious one. I think it is, so... Alright, Squirrel's only undisciplined, so not disobedient. So no one in House Blackborn is rebellious. And we would rather not kill someone from House Efferson, because they're already pretty pissed off at me. Because, you know, we killed 2 of their people, and we didn't really have, like... We didn't have, like, any solid evidence against Frank Ferret, and Vadim here was only cynical, so it was, like... It was a forgivable badness. It wasn't that big of a deal. So they're pretty upset. Oh yeah, we've actually got 2 other people completely unknown here, don't we? Yuck. Slug Mercenary enjoys a good debate. That could be rebellious. King Will can't seem to keep his voice down. That sounds a bit rebellious. Let's see. And then, yeah, we got 2 people here that could be rebellious still. But then there's also the consideration, like, of inquiring against Zoya, right? Because then we know for sure. How this ends up working, there's kind of, so each person has a positive and a negative trait, and there's 2 tiers of information about those traits. Like, you've got just the know-nothing, and then you've got just the, well, they know too much, but we're not sure exactly in what way they're ignorant, but we're convinced that they negatively affect ignorance in some way, but we don't know exactly how. And then you have the known trait, like Bogdan is a sadist. And by the way, for those that just came in, like Christopher or Invalid, if you want to be on the crew, if you want to be a villager, just say so, and we'll add you up. There's actually a lot of people in House Isofeka that can still be named, I mean. Let's see. So the only person here that could still be rebellious would be Yofata. So probably just investigate them, because as far as I know anyway, I'm pretty sure you can't have a positive and negative trait be the same, so since Yaromir is obedient, he shouldn't also be a negative disobedient there. Ah, dang it. We only found out more that Yofata's self-loathing. Oxygen is given freely. Everyone is welcome to their oxygen. And see, since Celerity is a doodler, that kind of implies they're like an artist or something here, which is bad, you know. Artist sinful, but not that big of a deal. It's not rebellious here. All right, signing up. Oh, too late. Can't change your mind now. Let's give you one of the more unknown characters here. Didn't we have yeah, an Efferson? Yeah, over here. They're both named though. Okay. So the mystery people are a lot more known. All right, you're an unrepentant hemophiliac. Oh no, I didn't want to appoint you. probably don't want to appoint you anyway. Let's see, we maybe want to investigate Arboretic, because then we know for sure what their negative trait is, and that's the only person in this house that could be rebellious. Arboretic knows too much. A lot of people know too much. A lot of people know too much. Alright. We got an inquiry remaining here. So we got 2 people we want to investigate here. Alright, fine. Let's look at celerity a bit. Disciplined. Okay, so we've used up our initial inquiries here. And then in that case, let's check out the letter at the village here, or the cathedral. It turns out that Vassen's disciplinary lessons have become a bit of a study group. They've written a book called The Laws of Living, with guidelines for living a disciplined life more easily in the village. Epperson won't like it. Things that Epperson don't like, that's, it's a little problematic. Probably. Epperson's at negative 55 right now. They're not doing so hot. The House of Ignorance likes me quite a bit, at least. We already have the scripture. It is enough. And, Iosefka will not like that. I will read it and then decide. Question marks! Oh man. What's in the mystery box? Using the tips and tricks, you find discipline is easier to practice than before. It makes you nervous, but you find no contradiction to the scripture. Discipline +5 and Iosefka approval +5. Cool. A purely positive result. Look at that. That don't happen every day. Alright. So mostly we want to keep Epperson kind of happy, and we want to, continue trying to rat out the rebellious one. There's not that many people left it could be, but, so it could still be Yofata over here. So I guess just try to route him out, because that's the only one that it could be. So you're making a mistake. The last person that said I was making a mistake was Lancer, the scholar. Filthy scholar. Hey, Adalmores. See, like, we can always, like, choose someone that, like, we know has a decent positive, too, right? And just be like, alright, whatever, we'll just pick them and, get the benefits. But we want to learn more about people while we can. And since Celerity was a doodler, that certainly implies they're, like, leading towards artists, but it's not guaranteed from what I've seen. An artist, I don't think, is a major sin. Because scholar's already a major sin there. So fit as a fiddle, I mean... probably athletic, so we don't know they're negative at all. We probably want to send this person. But I'm less inclined to send this person because we haven't named them. So if anyone would like to be named Vassen, I think that's who we're gonna send from House Iosefka. I knew you would notice my devotion eventually. Alright, so no one here can be the rebellious one. So, in that case, we're just kind of trying to learn more about folks, huh? Ideally, we don't want to send Nose too much, since that's kind of low. We probably don't want to send Lazy either. So we probably are going to send Christopher or Gunther. Pretty comparable, really. But learning more about Gunther's negative is better. Such an honor to serve beside you. Look at that. Also, like, Vadim was cynical, and that was like certainly part of why we sacrificed them. But also, they once disagreed with me in public or something like that. So, I mean, that was pretty unacceptable. Can't keep their voice down. By our blood and sweat do we worship. Each day is like the last. Alright, so no one here can be rebellious either. So I guess we're sending either, well, one of the bottom right three, right? Probably Zenith or Idli Proxy. Who am I already sending as far as their known negatives? Unknown. Unknown. Right, we're mostly entirely sending unknown negatives because we're trying to find out more information. Yes. Yes, quite. So this is the only known, so therefore I guess. But this is a pretty small minus, right? Like, this is a guaranteed small minus, someone we don't exactly want it, but it's small. Could have a bigger. What's their descriptions? Oh, right. Idli Proxy lost her tongue. Yeah. Idli Proxy is a boss. Like, Idli Proxy has cut off the tongues of 2 other people. They know how to enforce frickin' obedience. We're gonna send Idli Proxy again. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, I think we're good to go. Yeah, there are 4 different color schemes. That is true. All right, we need to find out more. Let's send these guys so they are buffing up the stats we care more about here. And see if we can just find out. Wait, did they say something? What did he say? I'm just going to ruin it all, you know. Oh, they are self-loathing. I guess that's fair. That's fair. Yufada found only a few scribbled scraps of old world literature. There were no bonfires. Still didn't find out any more about Yufada. Vaesen forced the laborers to toil day and night, crafting a fine monument worthy of our god. Chernobog's will guides Vaesen. Vaesen works extra hard, skipping many meals and leisures. Vaesen is rumored to be disobedient. Vaesen revises the code of laws with a new, more confusing interpretation. That could be bad. King Will's behavior had an unknown impact on our community twice. Hey, Phantom Pilot. There is not a Virtual Boy scheme, I'm afraid. Alright. Well, we need to keep investigating, see if we can find out. We maybe should have brought someone we knew was kind of bad, so that we could always sacrifice them if nothing else, right? So I brought EG Proxy along, thinking I'd be like, oh, they were good, so we could use them. But no, we don't have time to that. We need to focus on figuring out who these jerks are. I think we send Yofada just because they, like, we're guaranteed to learn their negative at least, and King Will we're not, so... Let's send those three. And keep... And we can send less to, like, focus more on specific things, but... Yofada burned one old world book. Yofada's undisciplined. Okay. At least we know they're not disobedient. They keep arriving late, but... Vacid's a kleptomaniac! Alright, it's not rebellious, but that's a big sin. Alright. Vacid urged labors and cutting sin. Yeah. Vacid surreptitiously donates a small hoard of stolen treasure to the church. Gunther's a crony. With your permission, Gunther brings you tea and gives you a foot massage. Alright. So, we still haven't found our rebellious one, but we could sacrifice Vacid, and that is a major sin. So let's see what else we can find out. Let's keep looking to learn more here. So, House Iosefka is going to be a bit upset with me, but somewhat understanding because, like, that's a major sin. See, they're at negative... So they're going to be at, like, negative 40 after this, but... That's... okay, that's, you know... it's what must be done. We could try to get them up... Yeah, because so if a house is dissatisfied, you can't do an inquiry into that house, which sucks. Because that's, you know, that's good information that you don't want to just be thrown away. So I think neutral, man, is back at like negative 20 or something, though. Well, we can get maybe Kingi to above satisfied. Like, maybe we get 2 inquiries at the next tier there. So that would be good. So we probably want to send Yofada again. Yeah, maybe we do just send all 3, try to find out more about the people. Because, so if we send fewer, notice that, like, we've got, like, 2 thumbs up for these people that we send. So, like, their house gets raises in more favor. And the appropriate stats also raise more. Let's see. Discipline will go down a little bit after this for sacrificing Vacid. I tried to get someone named Vacid, man, too. I tried. But no one bit in the names. We're gonna murder off another unnamed fella. Yeah, I think we just go for the info. Because I could get this to... Because we'll get a +5 for sacrificing somebody else's house, right? So I could get this up to 40 if I only sent 2 advisors. Why do I want to murder chat? Because it's more fun that way, Furba. Well, specifically, like, because it comes out, right? Like, oh, well then. Looks like Phantom Pilot was a kleptomaniac, so... Guess we have to sacrifice him to Chernobog. Yofada discovers a cache of old world books. They burned merrily in the town square. Gunther sees forbidden desserts and fine cloth, ensuring steadfast focus on prayer. Gunther is rumored to be unrepentant. When asked about sins, Gunther shrugs and changes the subject. King Will dutifully whipped the sinful, adhering to the rites of penance. King Will is rumored to be disobedient. Okay. We got another possible rebellious one. A sacrifice must be made to protect the village. I'm glad we found this klepto, though. Let's see. Was there anyone else that we didn't know about their positive? Yeah, so King Will is fervor. Positive fervor. And Idli Proxy is positive penitence. I don't know that we actually care that much about it, but we now know King Will is plus fervor, Idli Proxy is plus penitence. Major vice. The villagers will be inspired through the purging of the sinner. See you later, Vassin. Or, I mean, not, I suppose. As the case may be. The night before the new season, a whisper caresses your dreams. My most beloved, you struggle so pleasingly. Encourage penitence, deserved suffering for mortal sins. The rebellious one, give her to me. Give her to me. It might have said that before. I don't know, but I didn't, put a lot of weight on it the first time they said it. It was only, halfway through the year that I figured out how we might be hunting down the rebellious one, so... Give her to me, you say. Well, we're running out of people it could be, so it could be Slug Mercenary. Can't be any of them. Shouldn't be able to be any of them. Solari is the only open option, but they aren't to her. Wasn't there one other person that it could be? Is it just Slug still? Is it only Slug? And yeah, I was right. We got to 2 inquiries in this house. Nice. Nice. So yeah, Celerity was the only other person there. So it's gotta be Slug, right? I mean, what if I sacrifice her and we don't officially know she's rebellious? Zealous. Yeah, there you go. That's what we get at plus 60, yeah? Let's, lock down if Yufada's, a bad person, probably. Okay, they're flirtatious. I can't approve of how Cousin Yufada loves. Then from there, yeah, I think I just want people we have more information about so we can try to lock them down as, long after everyone's finished breakfast. I mean, yeah, it sounds like Baylor's gluttonous and in chief might be slovenly. What's the worst here? Embezzler, slovenly, and pervert, maybe? So, yeah, let's look at in chief. Yeah, There we go. That's not actually what I expected, but we found another major sinner. Hey, Doom. M Chief is a pervert. So we can always bring them along to sacrifice if we need to. That is an option. They're not even our top priority right now, but I feel like we want to know Slug's rebellious before sacrificing them, though. Alright, so there's... Getting harder to inquire. Like, sacrificing them is good, too, because Kingi will still be, like, at least okay with me, where everyone else would just hate me so much. Greetings, Miss Anathema. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Happy Culture. Chernobog does hunger for sinners, that's just true. Alright, let's see, do we want to find out more about Arboretic or Gunther? I mean, Gunther we could use for positive benefit. If you notice, it switched back to Penitence. I don't know if that was random or if it was just fixing itself or what there, but... Let's see. Well, we already have a sacrifice available, so we don't need to, like, actively hunt one down, per se. We should learn more about the people we don't know as much about. So let's learn... Christopher's a liar! Wouldn't trust a thing that Cousin Christopher says. Look at all these sinners in our midst, man. All these sinners. Alright, let's look into Xenic a little more. Full of fervor. Okay. Almost never silent. I think we've done our inquiries. Alright, let's take a look at the letter. Baylor Kingi arrives on your doorstep, offering you a massage. It seems your ally, Matron Kingi, sent her to you as a gift, thanks to your various political favors. After the massage, Baylor stands at the doorway awkwardly, as if expecting something. We could just safely favor the house, which might even keep them like positive even after after we sacrifice someone. They'll still like me pretty well. But we could also do the mystery option. I think things are safe enough I can afford the mystery option here. Alright, let's give Baylor our blessing here. Baylor bobs a courtesy and saunters away, glowing with pride. She becomes unquestioning. No longer violent, it is now unquestioning. And House Kingi approval +5. How good was violent, though? I don't know how good violent was. Unquestioning is a major virtue. Okay, okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so just need to choose, well, we're gonna send Slug. Need to find out. If I hadn't read the bit about bringing her to me, the rebellious one, we'd be sending King Will again, because they're disobedient, so they're already on the... I don't know if I'm the best choice, but I will try. Alright, so here... I don't know if we're actually using anyone, so... Because we're going to be trying to use Slug, like, constantly, for two reasons. Both because we want to find out about her, and because we want to move the houses... Well, I'm trying to point to the negative 45 here, but we want to move their favor up so that we can also get inquiries into the house to further find out about Slug. Really, it was pretty... I'd say it's at least moderately lucky we found our little kleptomaniac here. There are still villagers available if anyone else would like to be added. I think we maybe send Gilder here. Anyone that gives negative fervor is good. Is like nice and safe right now too. Cause that's super up there. That is not a problem right now. Gilder's probably like curious, maybe linguist. I hesitated just a little bit because we don't exactly want to drop ignorance down, but it's not too bad to do so. Not the end of the world. I guess it's probably better to learn more about. Well, I don't know. I guess it's more likely we learn a full tier on Gilder's negative here, like actually cement it. Which cementing the negative seems to be kind of one of the big things I really want to push for, right? All right, lacking further, Vilsilisa. That's probably a pretty good person to send. Although, wait. We actually want to send M-Chief. What am I talking about? We're probably just sacrificing M-Chief. So, I mean... That's just gonna be how that goes, I think. Because I don't think we want to sacrifice Christopher yet. Greetings, Indie Babble. This is the Shrouded Isle. We're the high priest of this village, and we're routing out sinners. Sinners like Christopher, who's a liar. Let's see, if we were to use anyone here, probably Gunther is best? Maybe Furba. We could do Furba, too. But Gunther, we'd have a chance to, again, learn their negative, which is good. Not yet. I mean... If more important sinners keep coming through the woodwork, it could be delayed, but, right now, you're second on the chopping block. Hey, Artful Chaos. Alright, Artful Chaos on board somewhere. Let's see. Are we sending anyone that's not named yet? Those people are all named, yeah. Alright, let's, Artful Chaos is a good mediator. and they're lacking fervor. That's what we know about Artful Chaos. Alright, and Doom is probably illiterate, and they're dull, and they're unrepentant. Alright, anyone else in Black... Well, I mean, we have to send someone, obviously. Who are we sending from Blackwood? Doom would be okay. Exactly, Slug. I mean, if all goes well, Slug, that better person to sacrifice will be you. Yeah, I mean, I guess Doom is probably our best bet here. Other than just sending EG Proxy because they cut off like 2 people's tongues last time we sent them, and it was amazing. Sending EG Proxy is also fine because their vice is so non-harmful, but I think we again still focus on learning. We want to learn more about. No, don't focus on learning. Focus on routing out the sinners. That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Alright, so... expectation is for them to drop down to 50 because we're not using them, then drop down to 20 because of the sacrifice. And that's fine. I think that might mean we're still positive even. Might need to be 25 to be positive rather than neutral though. Although positive versus neutral doesn't matter, right? Like we still have 1 inquiry in either case. Christopher is just speaking blasphemy now on top of their lies. Like, I mean, I can up you on the queue, to be honest. I can sacrifice you now, Christopher. Okay, we also want to send Iosefka, so let's Gilder. Greetings, Captain Twinge. I am the envoy of the Great Eye. Since you are too preoccupied with business in other dimensions, I've traveled through infinite voids in order to deliver to you my just desserts. Alright, that's... I can approve of these just desserts, Blackfire. Appreciate the 23 months of continued support. And that fancy tier 2 sub, even. Alright, so do we actually want to send Gilder? Because we definitely want to be using people from this house. Like, negative ignorance is bad, but it's not too bad. Maybe send Zoya instead, since we at least know they have a solid positive. Sure. Okay, so we want to use Efferson and Iosefka the most. Because we want to bring them back up to Happy Lands. Oh, see, I can't rename you right now, Indie Babel. But just remind me after we're done with the advising section here, and we'll be good to go on that front. We'll add you to the crew. Hey, Mysterious Saxophone. Yeah, sometimes that can help a lot, Anathema. Like, just... It can help in a lot of ways, whether you're, like, struggling with a programming problem or a life issue, just vocalizing it out loud and just, like, having someone else be able to read it and even just the fact that you're saying it yourself out loud in some fashion, either vocally or written, can absolutely be a very beneficial thing. Alright, let's send these three. That's just automatics. Like, anyone's gonna get the +10 because I'm sitting in their house. That's just because you're in a House Efferson slug. We don't know what your positive and minuses are. You're one of the most unknown people here. There's only one other person I think that's double question marks still. Let's see what we can learn. Zoe and the laborers shaped statues from stone and clay, but a strong wind soon destroyed their efforts. Oh, man. Zoya was discovered to be curious. Zoe asked many difficult questions about the origins of Chernobog in the village. That's not the worst. It's not the worst. Gunther was discovered to be stubborn. When you notice a small mistake in the ceremony, Gunther refuses to admit wrongdoing. Not too bad. Not so bad. Slug Mercenary dutifully whipped the sinful, adhering to the rites of penitence. Slug Mercenary is rumored to be disobedient. Yo, shocking. Nobody knew that Slug Mercenary was disobedient, also known as the rebellious one. And look, Slug, it's not, like, my fault that you're specifically being targeted here. It's just that Chernobog's will demands it. I mean, yep, rubber duck debugging. Absolutely, Christopher. I mean, I've never literally done it to nobody, but I have absolutely been in the case where it's like writing out my problem to like ask someone about it is in itself enough to give me the answer. So that's pretty cool when that happens. Exactly, doll. It's not my decision that I'm making. I mean, what kind of question is that, Celeri? Obviously, if Chernobog told me to jump off a bridge, I would do it. I mean, don't be ridiculous. Man, so we'd have to get these back up to 20 to be able to investigate them, huh? We can probably manage that, though. I think we can get everyone up to where they're investigatable, if desired. Obviously, we're sending Slug. What if we just send Slug? Just send Slug, nobody else. I kind of wanted to see if this gave a plus 25 to the house or just plus 20, right? We haven't had a chance to properly test that yet. So, actually, I think we're safe enough and smooth enough that we want to do that. They'll drop to 40. Alright, hold on. So what if we do this? They go up to negative 25, they go up to negative 30. So if I just do Slug, I would have to just do Zoya the next time, I think. So it's actually probably better just to send them both. Sadly. Although that does drop Ignorance some more. We can afford the hit. Man, so many people speaking blasphemy here. Doom. You know, if Chernobog demands it, we have no choice. I forget if I'm sacrificing an actual major vice. If I think the other houses get plus 10. Maybe they only get plus 5 still, though. I'm not sure. Alright, I'm just curious. I wanna find out. Oh, good God. That's the reason to not just send Slug. We know they're positive opinions. Okay, it is plus 25, as it should be. As it should be. Well, that is brutal. Not the end of the world, but everyone else has got 5 for, but okay, thank you. So we can either pull this back above 30 now, or not worry about it and just get it next season, while we just send Zoya to get the house up. I think we want the house up, so that we should be able to do an inquiry into all houses at that point. Because I don't really want to, like, use Slug again, because Obedience is already kinda just tanked. Let's see. Oh no, I could send them and one other person, though. Like, I could send Zoya and Gunther if I wanted, right? Like, that would be fine. So that way, our obedience goes back up. Their house satisfaction goes up to negative... Oh, no, that's not enough. Because that would only be negative 30. Right. So, yeah, I think we take that hit just to give us another inquiry into another house. I think that's probably worth it. Didn't fully find out about Slug yet, unfortunately, but we're working on it. Oh my God. Failed when they're the only person. So sad. Yeah, just sitting one person's kind of awful, but we are all neutral now, so that's good. Greater discipline. There's no one else that we would even possibly consider right now. Absolutely not. I mean, we could sacrifice Slug now, because I'm just kind of curious, but I think we really want to figure out that they're rebellious specifically, so we just sacrifice him chief right now. And we know we're getting rid of a true sinner here, so... Hey there, Zimmy! The villagers praised Chernobog for ridding their community of a blighted soul. The harvest brings heavy toil. Autumn has arrived. Criminals and rebels talk openly of rebellion. Force obedience by the end. Hey, does it mean chronometrics? Let's see. So I know, there we go. Babel. Babel wanted to be in the town. Does anyone else want to be, added to the town here? Alright, that one's all full up. It's like, there's one name still there. I'm looking for people that are still, mysterious in some fashion. So that one's full up. Let's see, they're not mysterious. Yeah, there you go. Yaromir is still mysterious. Yaromir is still mysterious. Indy Babel is obedient and a gifted healer and maker of medicines. Sounds suspicious. Sounds suspicious if you ask me. I think no one else is actually terribly mysterious at this point. Let's see, that's someone we will never use, so how about that? Chronometrics is a curious magicist that uses their free time to reread the scripture again and again. Hey, poor Lino. Well, why would you want to stay away? We're outing all this. Are you a sinner, poor Lino? Is that that's what I'm hearing. I don't know why you would want to stay away from this village unless you were a sinner. And you're not a sinner, are you? Greetings, Acord Hero. And, yeah, Phantom Pilot, as far as I know, you could kill off an entire house. As far as I know, that is possible. Alright, Slug Mercenary is officially outed as rebellious. So, House Epperson's gonna be pretty upset with me. After this. They're gonna be at negative 60. Yeah. But, meanwhile, who else are we, Hey, guess what? You survived another, season, Christopher. We have found the rebellious one. Alright, so encouraging, obedience is good. We wanna send someone, let's see, that's the hand symbol, yeah. So like EG Proxy, for example, but we kind of want to, yeah, let's inquire to Xenic, probably. Xenic's just charismatic. Sending Doom is reasonable, too. I like EG Proxy just because they cut off 2 other people's tongues. I mean, they lost their tongue as a child, and in order to enforce obedience, cut off other people's tongues repeatedly. It was, I think it was just random, to be honest, but it fits super perfectly. They've also only got a very minor vice, so like their plus will solidly outweigh their minuses. But on the other hand, we learn more about Doom. Specifically, we learn because we care more about that, the negatives and the positives. So I think we put Doom on board there. We might find out Doom's a filthy liar, for example. Yeah, it's kind of between mustard and lime. You know, it's just merging two flavors that go super well together. Let's see, Kedwell. I don't know how much we're using this house, but I mean, we could always use Gunther again if we want. Just like if we need someone else to raise obedience, but gives us flexibility there. Otherwise, we're like trying to learn more about Arboretic or something. Or we can learn more about someone right now, like Arboretic, for example. Arboretic's imaginative. Not the biggest sin, but I mean, if we run out of more important people to sacrifice, Arboretic's imagination could be at stake here. Yeah, that's fine, Celerity. That's fine. I'm just literally picturing eating mustard, like on a lime or something, just to make sure it's as awful sounding as possible. So we'll be back, probably Gunther. Soon our suffering shall end. Although, I mean, Kedwell, like, is plus discipline, and we are, like, almost capped on that right now anyway, so we're not exactly excited about that. We don't want to have negative ignorance, so if we're going to use someone here, it's going to be Celerity. Or, yeah, it's just going to be Celerity. Celerity's cast. Although, once again, that's plus discipline, but... sound that it makes for looking at House Kegney is like the sound from Don't Starve. We only have 12 seasons, Acorn Hero. We only have 3 years until Chernobog returns and judges us. So we could only kill off like half of the people. There's no sin if there's no sinners. There you go. That's a perfectly reasonable claim, right? Alright, so using someone in this house we want to use for a lot of reasons, especially if they're Baylor. Yeah, Baylor is actually the perfect match here. And they've also done personal favors for me, so I mean... Oh, we still got an inquiry. Man, Indie Babble's also unquestioning. So now I'm considering going to Indie Babble instead. We know the negative here is not a bad thing, though, really, right? So what if Indie Babble's like negative ignorance or something? Yeah. I am certainly getting into the Breach Sling. That will be one of few games I ever play on release, I think, on stream. I think that's just correct. Playing Into the Breach the day or day after it's released, right? That's just obligatory. Like, I'm not even doing that with Pyre, and I solidly like Bastion and Transistor and expect to solidly like Pyre. I don't think Into the Breach has a release announced yet. As far as I know, it doesn't anyway. So I think it's still a pretty good ways off. Like I would expect mid to late 2008, but we'll see. Furba would be okay too, and we'd learn more about someone that way. Although honestly, we're just not using this house, right? Like, we're just not using House Cadwell. I don't think that's a thing that's happening. So here you go. Just you're on the council, Gunther, but you're probably not being used. I did say 2008, didn't I? Feels old, man, indeed. 2008 is the future, okay? The future. What if it releases on a Tuesday afternoon? Well, it won't release on a Tuesday afternoon. It could release on a Tuesday morning. Because it would release at 10 a.m. Pacific. I realize that's a way to skirt around your question without actually answering it. So, we're going to have another inquiry here. Yeah, I feel like going with India instead is slightly better. Exactly, Malvado. Exactly. You know what's up. I'm 32, right? Yeah, that sounds right. All right, I think that's good. That's mostly what we want. I looked into food deliveries from Amazon, Melvado, and it's kind of terrible. It's way too expensive unless you're like in specific cities or situations or whatever. What's the in-game, Artful Chaos? I don't know exactly what the in-game is. We have outed all of our biggest sinners, and Chernobog praises us for something like that. I don't. The in-game is not pissing off an old god. There you go. That's the hope. Malvado, yeah. You can potentially get some better Amazon stuff if you live in Seattle. Just considering if we want to, learn more about other people, like Celerity. And they're at -10, so we do want to use House Iosefka at least once here, I think. I think 2 is a good number based on how the math falls out here. Because things are always half, like, divided by the number of advisors rounded down. So we gain, like, a comparative half point of obedience and lose 1 point across these and, like, 1 point across this. There were no bonfires, Babel. Come on! Indy Babel sticks to your side, except when you're sent out to fulfill your orders. Indy Babel is rumored to be lacking fervor. Alright. Doom interrogated townspeople. A few parents conspired to hide children from the rituals. Can't have that. Doom is discovered to be a swindler. Doom makes a bit of extra money selling forgiveness for future sins. Wow. Look at this swindler over here. What a guy. Hey there, Odvar. So we found ourselves another, told you don't lie. Just do something equally bad. Alright, check. Somehow, without being able to read, you still know how to swindle people out of, well, what's the word? It's not like condolences is the word that comes to mind for some reason, but the word where you're selling religious forgiveness, basically. Indulgences. There we go. Doom is selling indulgences. So send these two, probably. Hey, Sigma Jargon. Kumada. I mean, Doom or Christopher are next best bets after Slug here, but Slug needs to die first. Slug is the rebellious one, after all. And House Efferson's gonna be pissed. Indy Babel was discovered to be cowardly. When a dog barks during the month ceremony, Indy Babel flinches and ducks into my shadow. Man, look at all these, like, major sinners over here. Celerity loudly shames a couple holding hands in public. I don't know why this isn't red right now, but God, I almost want to use Doom here. Just for the plus ignorance. I said both of them again, that's not so bad. It's kind of bad. But yeah, now we've got Indy as Indy, Doom, and Christopher. Man, look at all these major sinners we could look to sacrifice. So, -10 fervor. acceptable. I mean, it's either this or this, right? They're very similar. Yeah, they're almost the same thing, but we get slightly more out of this, I guess. And slightly less the right... Well, no, it's just slightly more, yeah. We get plus 2 more ignorance. That's, or no, plus 2 more obedience, rather. Out of that deal. Not much. I think that's still the pick, though. Andy Babble burned a book. Andy Babble's obedient. Andy Babble's a coward. Celerity sucks at building fervor. Oh no. We needed that not to happen. Celerity knows too much, of course. Of course. Oh, this meter didn't update. I was gonna say, like, it showed it going down to the other one, so we're gonna have 2 meters we gotta get up next time. We can do that, though. That's not too bad. We've got 2 meters, and we gotta do it while appeasing House Efferson. That's gonna be harder. We should be able to do that, though. Should have maybe been a little more careful there, because it seemed like they might have been anti-ignorant, but... We have delivered the rebellious one. Let's see, was there anyone else for invitation? No, we know about all these people. The rebellious one has been delivered. I apologize for it taking so long, Chernobog. The night before the new season, a whisper caresses your dreams. My most beloved, you struggle so pleasingly. Encourage fervor. Oh god, no! Burning Flame of Devotion, the artist, give him to me. Well, now it's a problem. We can still probably manage this, but now it's officially a problem. Efferson's not actually rebellious yet, so... We could say screw Efferson if we need to. We don't want to. Alright, so who do we got over here that we know about? Flirt's not so bad. But self-loathing isn't that beneficial. So Baylor's fine. Man, none of the positives here are any good. This is the least important one, though. So let's, maybe Iosefka's got a little more excitement for us here. People we actually want to use. Yeah, there we go. Bogdan. Does someone want to be Bogdan? They sometimes obsess about certain passages of the scripture. Hey, Elan. Sort of. They don't do it every season inherently. I think they did it this time. Like, they did it near the beginning, maybe after the first season, and then they did it like a year after that. So after another 4 seasons or whatever, and then they did it immediately 1 month after that or 1 season after that because I just sacrificed who they asked me to sacrifice. Right? Like they just asked me to sacrifice the artist. Last time they asked me to sacrifice the rebellious one, and I did that. Alright. This is Anvar. I'm not actually sure we're using them yet, but that's probably a pretty good pick. Yeah, the other options are all way worse, so yeah. Like, that's always happening. Are we inquiring into Gilder or Celerity? One of them... I mean, Celerity is probably the artist, is the sad thing. Right? They are probably the artist. How's it going, Clara? Thank you very much for that, host. Were you doing yet more of that cat game tonight, or were you rolling on? Oh no! You were never mind. You were doing the Metronomicon charity stream, right? Hey, Cryuji. For anyone just joining us, we are the High Priest of this village, and we're routing out sinners. We're finding the sinners amongst our ranks. Like we just killed Slug Mercenary because they were rebellious to our cause. Yeah, Quest is still amazing. I don't like. Is there more to the game than cats and cat puns? It's fine if the answer is no, but that seemed like most of the game. I didn't really see much of it, though. Hey, Last Emperor. Yeah, I've seen a little Metronomicon in the past. DDR craziness. I was asking if there was more to the cat game than just cats and cat puns, and I said it was okay if the answer is no. But yeah, so right now we're figuring out who is going to be the advisors we have from each house. We need to make sure we spread the joys of ignorance and fervor this season. And you know, we'll off some stupid sinner somewhere like Christopher here, who's a filthy liar. Hey, Mr. Ukazi, like, that's what I said. I said it was okay if that was all there was to it. I said that was okay. But yeah, Doom's also a swindler over here. We've got all these anti-penitence vices over here. Let's see, could anyone else even be the artist at this point? Let's take a look. Who can be the artist? No one in House Blackburn. No one in House Cadwell. Let's see, Aussie Joe could be an artist. I mean, do we just check that right now? Oh, never mind. Right, Efferson's really upset with us. They're barely not revolting here, so we can't perform inquiries into their house right now. Yet nobody's dead at Blackburn yet. Something like that, Krayuji. I'm on, like... forget if it's where it starts exactly, but this is about halfway through, I guess, so season, like, 6 or something? Oh, we can count. How many people have we murdered? 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. So we've done 7 seasons, so there's 5 left. Artist is a he. Okay. Some of the portraits are somewhat ambiguous, of course. I mean, still the assumption... well, Artful Chaos is artful in the name. Yeah, it's no one over here. So yeah, it's either Aussie Joe or Celerity. I mean, Celerity's the obvious choice, right? They were a doodler as a child, so... it could be Gilder. Let's just see if we can out Celerity right now. Hey, look, there's our artist. There's our artist. But the problem here is that, like, I don't know if we can afford to sacrifice them this season, because we need to bring a lot of fervor to bear here. And this is the House of Fervor, so if we're bringing Celerity to sacrifice and not using them, then we're not getting in on that fervor. We need a lot. We need 25 fervor. I'm not questioning the vision. I'm just like the vision didn't clarify timing. It said to bring them the artist. Didn't say bring me the artist right now. Like if we can sacrifice, if I can reasonably math out us doing this with sacrificing the artist this month, that's cool. But if I can't, then well, then I can't. Because I can't. It's not like I could use celerity because they're freaking an artist. Negative 30 ignorance, and ignorance is already suffering. We need ignorance to go up before the end of the season 2 here. Because our good buddy Chernobog, the old god, threw a curveball on us and is like, oh, you need extra high fervor this season, so get wrecked. And I'm like, dang it. So, I mean, like, sending Anvar is pretty nice, because we can actually use them and really get fervor rolling fast with that. But let's see. Let's see if we can get fervor going anywhere else. I think we might have to wait a month, though, because this double situation is awkward. What could be more important than the will of the old god? The long-term will of the old god. So we need to both take into account the short-term will of the old god and the long-term will of the old god, you see. Man, we can do an inquiry here. This is like the least caring inquiry yet. Investigate Mind's Eye, because they're plus ignorance. So if they're a high plus ignorance, we might want to use them. Because negative discipline is great. Like, we're basically capped on discipline right now. So we don't care about learning more about Christopher right now, because we're probably just sacrificing them anyway, you know. Although, actually, now that I think about that, sacrificing the artist will give us a decent ignorance boost also, though, right? So if we can somehow focus on fervor that heavily outside of here, then we might be able to get there pretty smoothly just on that. But who has that sort of positive going for him here? Nobody? Nobody's still alive anyway, right? Nobody. We got, like, charismatic over here. That's our plus fervor. Not the most exciting. Hey, Deck Bash. Yes, you have to make someone an advisor before I can sacrifice them. Exactly. I do only see the bad in you, Christopher, because it's not worth my resources to find the good in you. Man, that's rough. Yeah, I think we need to wait a month on sacrificing the artist. Because we don't have enough to get that fervor going strong from anywhere else. We need 25 fervor. It's easy to get with that one guy, Anvar here. Anvar is a sadist, and they're of House Fervor, so they can make that work pretty smoothly. Well, that's a blasphemous lie indeed, Christopher. Actually, learning Christopher's positive point is somewhat beneficial, because then I can learn what's hurt from sacrificing him, right? Like, sacrificing Doom, we know, hurts ignorance, which is unfortunate. We don't want that to be hurt right now. This is not the best situation. Alright, we want to figure out where to use the rest of our inquiries here. I guess we're using this on Gamma or Zenic. Both of them are pretty minor. Blushes easily. I'm guessing we only have one of each, so we've already found our pervert, so Gamma's probably not a pervert. Better not to worry about your positive side. I mean, odds are your positive side's more beneficial to sacrifice than Doom's is right now. So that is something we'll keep in mind, right? And I mean, negative discipline's good and all. Let's see, what's this? Mumbling a prayer or litany. Always talking. So could be narcissist or stubborn. I mean, that one's probably. I'm guessing on metagame knowledge here, right? Like, we've already got liar and swindler out of this set, which were majors. So there's probably only 2 majors in each set. I'm gonna investigate Gamma, I think. Gamma's just got gluttonous. Okay. Pretty minor negative. We can use them this round if we need to. Yeah, there's just no one we can use for positive fervor. Like, I guess some random, like, people we killed off that we didn't know much about were probably plus fervor. I would guess. Hey, instant. So, that's Cadwell. We've already upped 3 people at Epperson here. So, it would be nice to use someone in Epperson if we could. Could use a Chthonic. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, if we're gonna use someone here, it's gonna be Chthonic, I think. I don't know, it's a little dicey just because, like, using one of these guys would give us more information, but I don't think we have time to get more information right now with the state of things, so I don't know that we're actually using Chthonic, but they're advising right now in any case. So Squirrel's probably another big negative, I would guess. They're like slovenly or something. Bezzler. It's like just gonna guess where which of these is like the worst sins. I don't know. I cannot inquire about the dead people. No. Christopher just trying to make me waste my inquiries to delay the inevitable, is what I'm hearing. Right, we've got Coward over here. We've got so many sinners here. So many sinners. Killing Indy right now is pretty good. That's pretty good. So that'll raise favor quite a bit. It'll hurt Kingi's favor, but that's fine. Ain't got no problem hurting Kingi's favor at this time. So yeah, maybe we plan on killing Indy Babel right now. This sounds good. Although, again, we kind of want to use this house, but I don't think we need to as much. Like, we can pull our ignorance from other houses. But before I actually appoint an advisor there, let me make sure I'm going to be able to do that, instead of just assuming I can do that, right? Like, let's see, who do we got? We got uneducated over here, so we can do that. We're not the most excited about but it's fine. And that's actually all we've assigned so far, isn't it? I mean, we've got Doom, but no thank you. Got Gamma, but who cares? We do have some ignorant, like, we can use Mind's Eye, yeah. We're gonna probably inquire to Mind's Eye to figure out how positive their ignorance attribute is. They're probably, like, superstitious or something, man. That's gonna be nice. Maybe uneducated. We got some options there. Oh, they childlike. But we can't use Fervor because that's negative fervor. Yuck. Yeah, we don't really want to use Mind's Eye there. That's pretty awful. The fact we don't want to actually use anyone in this house makes me want to just kill Christopher, mind you. It's like, well, we're not using this house anyway, because this house is garbage. So, might as well just, you know, kill off some of the garbage. I mean, That's a possibility. Crash test dummy house. I will have to look closer at the coat of arms after this. How much do I get for offing a major vice? It was like plus 20, and like it's minus 10 for their positive. That math is pretty important right now. Does anyone remember what the plus to the stat was when I just offed Slug for Rebellious there? Like how much penitence did we get from offing that sinner? There's so little extra, like, ignorance going on here, though. It's hard to... And, like, most of it seems to be tied with negative fervor, right? Like, we've got this question mark here, but, Alright, and then I need to figure out if I'm, just full IDing Baylor here, or if I'm getting more information on Artful. Like, even if we piss off Kin Guy, we still will have another inquiry next time. That's good. So, given that, I think we want to hit Artful. Plus Penitent. That's not gonna help us. Not that anything was right now, but I was kind of curious how bad their negative fervor was. And then we'll have this this letter to look at in a minute here. Let's finish our inquiries and then look at the letter, shall we? Okay, we've done that. We finished our inquiries. Alright. Anvar has been waiting to see you. It seems with a few adjustments, House Efferson's whips could be modified with glass and metal to cause more pain in less time. Will you fund this experimentation? Anvar is indeed a sadist. Pulsive sadist, yeah, that all fits pretty well with this. Science sometimes is a worthy cause. Ignorance will suffer. The old ways are best. Let us call these new tools absolvers. Ignorance, though. How much is gonna suffer? But we learned our numbers can go negative, also. We barely survived that. I think it was ignorance, actually. That, it's like, okay, like, let's just take this negative ignorance thing, because then, like, it doesn't even hurt us, because we're, like, already at, like, 1 ignorance, so it's only going to drop it to 0. Nope, drop to -9. Oh, hey, you need to get ignorance back up to 30 by the end of the season. Didn't know about that. Okay, thank you, Furba. So plus 15 for the negative major vice. So just sacrificing based on that would cover ignorance. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is mostly going to be plus penitence, one would think, but especially like this, like calling them absolvers, like not just being scientists sometimes a worthy no, like just we name them something right away, and that could be plus fervor. But how much minus ignorance are we looking at? Can we manage? I wish I could look at the other the people in the towns again now. It's definitely a little bit annoying that once you open the letter, you have to decide on that right then. I think even if ignorance suffers, we should be able to get there. But -20 would be a problem. -20 would be a big problem. -10 would probably be fine. We probably just don't want to take the risk, but it's more interesting. It's definitely one of the bottom 2 options. It's more like a year and a month, Melvado. More like a year and a month. See, I don't necessarily, like, I want to win on this run if we can. And I don't really want to do another run. So... Alright, we know we can sacrifice someone to get plus 15 ignorance back. So that already covers that, and then we can use someone once pretty easily to get 10 ignorance off of. Let's call them absolvers. Okay. Anvar's eyes light up with excitement. Divine inspiration! You hope your people are strong enough to withstand their temptations. Okay. That's about what I was expecting. I was hoping for a little more plus fervor than that, but that's not too bad. So that was the hope, that we'd get plus fervor out of that deal. Alright. So we need 21 ignorance. We need only 6 extra ignorance, and we only need 15 extra for... Does that mean that I could sacrifice the artist this time? I mean, yeah, so sacrificing the artist is giving me that 15. So that'll be our default thought right now. We're sacrificing the artist, then we need... But can we get fervor outside of here, though, right? We need 15 fervor from not this house, if we do that. And that's potentially a problem. Your opinion has been noted, Celerity. I mean, sacrificing Indy's nice for the fervor there, of course. So nobody has fervor. Just freaking nobody. And King Will might have singer or something. Can't keep their voice down. I don't know. Can't just bank on an unknown at this point. We've got too much information to be banking on unknowns. And Xenix +5. So the answer is basically no. We can't sacrifice the artist this time. Yeah, went to college, man. Pretty damning statement, Celerity. Pretty damning statement right there. And somewhat likewise, we kind of have a hard time sacrificing Indy. We can probably get the ignorance from elsewhere, though. I think that's less hard than the fervor, right? Still not easy. We got the uneducated here, right? Yeah. So if we use Cathodic twice when we're using 2 or more people, that would be sufficient. So that's not exactly ideal, but it's, you know, as I said, it's sufficient. Otherwise, Doom is dull, but he's a swindler, so that's no good. And the thing is, that's not like guaranteed to get there, right? It's pretty guaranteed. But what if we, like, they fail once, right? Oh, no, I think they only fail when they're doing the house stuff, right? I think the other stuff doesn't fail. So we'll get, if we're sending just 2 people, we can get a consistent, yeah, okay. Even twice, we should be able to get there. Okay, so that means we can sacrifice the coward. So that's the plan. Sacrifice the coward. I am yours, Indy Bobbles. Yes, yes you are. So, means we go ahead and bring Anvar. Have them whip us up a fervor. Make sure our obedience doesn't get too low here. And we really want to use Efferson House at least once. Which, oh, we're doing, yeah, that's where our uneducated dude's from, so that's good. Alright. Cadwell, we don't want to use this person, probably. So if we change our mind, we could sacrifice Christopher. Is that all we're doing here? Like, actually, I mean, using them once would be good for the house favor, I guess. But then again, we don't really need it, right? Doing inquiries in this house doesn't matter much anymore. It's not useless, but it doesn't help a lot, so... Yeah, I mean, I guess that just means we bring Christopher in case we change our mind about who we're sacrificing here. Options. Blackboard. What are you at? You're at 0. Okay, so you could go unused and that would be fine. We'd still have our inquiry here. And we want to find out how evil Squirrel is, so that's We could potentially find out how evil Squirrel is by using them, too, though. So, I mean, that's an option. We probably won't use that option, but that's an option. There you go, Elan. There you go. Greetings, Ketzel. Welcome to the stream. All right, that should be good to go. But before we see the results of all these shenanigans, we do need to take a break. My throat has been dry for like 20 minutes. We need to refill my beverage. But hope you guys are enjoying being sacrificed for the good of our village. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Yeah, among other things, Atreus, we're routing out these sinners while trying to keep our village under control, essentially. So, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Alrighty, we return. Hopefully my math is appropriate and we didn't screw something up in our plan in here. And yeah, let's punish some sinners and stuff, shall we? Oh, I need to unmute the game, I suppose, don't I? Like, it's so quiet. Alright. Oh man, that runs down to 1, right? So I'm not gonna do that. Hey, beware! the eyeless art style. Yeah, nice art style. I mean, you're not dead yet, Christopher. I mean, soon. But I think you're at worst like 3rd in line right now. So, you know, you got some time, maybe. Maybe got some time. Anvar urged the laborers in carving and sanding in a small shrine to where God was crafted. Chernobog's will guides Anvar. You find an extra whip at Anvar's office. Anvar changes the ritual ceremonies from week to week, causing confusion. Rude. Chthonic whipped the sinful with purifying joy until their tears and blood soaked the earth. Chthonic finds a few extra books to add to the bonfire. And Chthonic changes the rituals as well. Everyone's changing these rituals week to week. That meter is not as high as it looks like it is, I would say. It's deceptive. Deceptive. Well, they can just be, yeah, exactly, decorative glasses. You don't need eyes to wear glasses. Greetings, Oro the Boros. It's a fun name. So we don't want to hit discipline or obedience here too hard now. Especially since we're also we're gonna have to raise discipline next season. That'll be okay, probably, you know. It'll probably be okay. And that should be all we need as far as ignorance goes. Wait, what am I talking about? No, it's not as Keith. This is gonna raise fervor. No. We're not sending Anvar anymore. Focus on what actually needs to be done instead of what I'm imagining needs to be done, and things will go a lot better for me. You know, that'll be better. That'll be better. Kinda need that old ignorance on up there a little bit. In fact, we just need to do that. Hey, Demolition Tank. I'm not actually sure what the win condition is. If it's sacrificing all the sinners we need to sacrifice, or if just making it to the end is sufficient. There might even be multiple, like, tiers of ending. I'm not sure. I'm thinking our goal is to make it to the end while having also sacrificed all the major sinners. That's my hope, I guess. My assumption. Probably shouldn't have sent Anvar the first time, actually. Makes House Everson all happy again if I do that. Yeah, so we have to do one of these and then one where we just send Chthonic, I think. I think that's pretty much where we're at on that. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Squirrel chase rumors and whispers but found no evidence of infidels. Not ideal. Squirrel is slovenly. A medium vice there. Okay. These meters are not, like, updating right anymore. Alright, so obedience is gonna take a big hit. We'll figure out how to fix that next time. Next season, hopefully. But we don't really have a choice at this point. We just have to send Chthonic alone to make sure ignorance is up here. And that did bring Cadwell down to dissatisfied too. I don't remember if that was actually a problem. I don't think it was. Don't think we cared too much about that. Six different cinematic endings, huh? Losing more obedience. Must be done, though. Must be done. See you later, Indie Bobble. Yeah, minus 15. Oh, no. Alright, obedience is at -2. Criminals and rebels talk openly of rebellion. Yeah, I bet they do. Bet they do. Alright, well, can we plan on sacrificing this artist? Hopefully. We do have, like, some obedient folks, right? Like, over here in Kingi, we still got Baylor. Baylor's unquestioning, so we can get obedience up pretty nicely with Baylor if we need to. Like flames coming from the side of my face. I am your singing telegram. Yeah, imagine that, Draco. Imagine that. Alright, well, Gilder's the only one to investigate here. Like, literally. So I guess that's not really a choice. Gilder's a linguist. Okay. Not so evil. But, not good, either, to be clear. Not good. We really don't want to use anyone here. Everyone here is terrible. Pretty much. Okay, we got no mail. Gunther. Gunther's amazing. Yeah. Crony. So that's solidly appealing. I guess, oh, I meant to look at what Christopher's positive trait was. I could have done that. That was the other reason I brought Christopher. I forgot to check. Yeah, assumedly we can sacrifice the artist and everything's good. That is the assumption here. Wait, no, yeah, Cadwell was still right. It went back up to -20 because of the sacrifice. So we still have the inquiry here that we didn't care much about, but we can still use it for something. Is there any particular reason we want to use this on Furba instead of Christopher? I don't think so. It's probably a little more useful than Christopher. Just lets me plan around the negative. Okay, one of the best ones to lose out on. We don't need to rush to a decision. I mean, I don't know that we're rushing to a decision. It's kind of a planned, informed decision, really. Let's see. Using Gamma here is fine. Xenix's a narcissist. Using EG proxy here is fine too. I said that it's good that you like to promote discipline, Christopher. That's all. So assumedly I'm sending EG proxy. So we need 32 here. That's not too bad. We can certainly get that. Let's bring EG proxy along for the ride. What kind of houses? Yeah, houses are doing pretty good, really. Pretty good overall. Let's look more into, well, yeah, we can't look into King Will this time. Can't afford disobedient negatives happening here. Yeah, this house is garbage. House garbage is what this house should be called. Not House Epperson, just house garbage. I mean, we just go for this? I think we do, because that like gives us the guaranteed... Let's see. Yeah, -10 there. They're going to be dropping down. Well, they'll only be -20. We'll actually be able to investigate one more time, even if we don't use them at all this turn. Okay, so that means let's look at King Will. Scarred. That's fine. So we'll look at Ozzy Joe next time. Alright, look there. And our inquiry remaining here is, of course, to Artful. Well, it's almost definitely to Artful Chaos, right? Yeah, because we're probably using Baylor. Crazy. But it seems like something that adds to the fun. I never named someone that like I had already decided was going to be killed though. Everyone got named before it was determined exactly how sinful they were. Alright, Artful's just a little complacent. That's, it's not such a big deal. Not such a big deal. So Iosefka is gonna drop to -30. That's fine. We have no pressing inquiries there anyway. Alright, so yeah, we're sending Baylor. And this is just house garbage here. So we're not using anyone? Super just not using anyone, right? I guess if for some reason we decide to use someone, it's gonna be King Will so we can learn more about them? We don't need to do that, though. We're just appointing an advisor because we have to appoint an advisor. We're not, are any of these people here? I'd be like, I'll just... Nope, no one's here, so, sure, Ozzy Joe. Congrats on being a pointless advisor. How about, House Cadwell? You're pretty dumb house too, right? Let's see. No, you got Gunther. We could totally use Gunther. We may or may not, but we can definitely use Gunther if we want to. Alright. Should be pretty good to go. Definitely starting with Baylor there. Baylor's just a great pick here in general. And, wait, why does that say it make... Oh, right, because instead of 15 obedience, I'm getting 7 plus 5, I'm getting 12. That's okay, though. We want to learn a little bit more about EG Proxy, and, this, here will be about plus 5, or at least, like, yeah, about plus 5 on average, I think. So that'll make up for that difference. So yeah, let's just use those two. House-wise, yeah, we don't really care too much. We're good. Baylor's super obedient. Baylor's an embezzler. When asked about the month's finances, Baylor claims to have lost the receipts. EG Proxy is Pidnant, sure. Yeah. EG Proxy suggests that maybe we've done enough and Chernobog is happy now. Where's the negative fervor, man? Where's your love of cutting people's tongues out, EG Proxy? That's what I want to see again. I want to see you cut some people's tongues again. So you're at 12 now. It wouldn't actually make it green, though, would it? Why does it say it would? Should only bring it to 27. The unselected advisors don't really affect anything, though. It's only 15. It should only raise it to 27. I don't know why that's saying it's good enough. But this should be more anyway. Do take the moderate fervor hit. Yeah, fervor is getting down a little bit. Although after we sacrifice the artist, fervor, it'll probably be asking for something else other than fervor to be over 50 at that point. Yeah, I keep like looking at the houses to see like if we care, and we really don't care. Everything's just fine. Everything's just fine. I already know who has sinned now for their punishment. See, Easy Proxy knows what's up. Man, Easy Proxy's not cutting out any tongues anymore. But they're accusatory. Easy Proxy points out a few extra sinners that need punishment. Seems appropriate. Game is drenched in algae. Yeah, I mean, it's not inaccurate. It sounds about right. Alright, let's just do that. Pump obedience up. Call it good. Cadwell's happy with me, I guess. For whatever that's worth. Not a lot. I would use Baylor again, but they're this embezzler jerk. I don't know. It's a pretty big hit to discipline. Big swing on discipline. I mean, that's what happens when you add a negative 15 and you're losing out on +5 there, so it's just negative 20 difference on that. And all we're doing is adding 10 ignorance. So do we want plus 10 ignorance in exchange for like negative 20 discipline? I mean, maybe, actually. It probably doesn't even matter that much though. Let's just so make the house a little bit happier, but that's all fine. Everything is fine. Let's just send Gunther. Gunther found a secret distillery and destroyed it, preventing future distraction. That's right. Alright, Celerity. We've waited long enough. Oh right, we're getting an ignorance boost from this anyway. Yeah. The villagers praised Chernobog for ridding their community of yet another blighted soul. The night before the new season, a whisper caresses your dreams. My most beloved, you struggle so pleasingly. Encourage obedience, unfaltering spirit of law and order. The swindler, give her to me. We already know who the swindler is, so, you know, it's convenient. Don't remember who we know is the swindler. Oh, it's not Christopher. That was, oh yeah, there it is. That was Doom. Doom is the swindler. We can probably make that work. We can probably make that work. No, Anvar is fine. We have not killed Anvar. We don't intend to kill Anvar, in fact, Elad. So yeah, each season we choose one advisor from each house. And we can use 1 to 3 of those each month, so we got 3 months for each season there. And those change our various stats in various ways based on their attributes and what house they're in. Like, using people from a house makes that house happier and such. Then at the end of the season, you have to sacrifice one of those 5 advisors. But Anvar is only like a medium sinner. Like, Anvar is impulsive, but we can forgive impulsive. It's a lot more forgivable than being an artist, for example, or being a swindler. So that's more what we're focused on now. Okay, we got no mail, so just obedience. So pretty easy sailing at this point, I feel. Well, we gotta use our inquiries, I guess. Not that there's that much to learn left, really. Both of these are kinda who cares? Yeah, lots of who cares there. It's still like a decision. Like, which of these who cares about slightly more? Kazmira's athletic. Or Kazmira, whatever. Kazmira, there we go. Words. That house is upset with me, understandable. And, yeah, Ozzy Joe, imaginative. Another imaginative person. Scummy, but you know, acceptable. We can deal with imaginative. Cadwell only has 2 inquiries left to even check. So, I mean, yeah. Chest, okay. So not too big of a minus when we sacrifice Christopher. Good to know. Good to know. And over here we just have Tierney, which is unnamed. But being an advisor does bring glory to your house, though. Hey, Ritzel. Yeah, Anvar, we don't need to kill Anvar. Anvar invented, like, new bolder ways to whip people. Like... Alright, so assumedly we can kill Doom this turn. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we can pull some obedience from somewhere here. What would someone want my advice for? I don't know, Doom. I don't know. It's a tough question. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why we need your advice. House Efferson remains house garbage. All right, yeah, good to know. If we're using anyone, I guess it's King Will. At least King Will's enthusiastic about it. That's something anyway. You are not dead, Ozzy Joe. You will probably never die. And welcome, also. So, yeah, I mean, Gunther again. Gunther's just a loyal crony here. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Since we need obedience again, so that's really what we care about. Like, we want to, like, not lower these too much if we can help it. We want to focus on lowering these two and raising obedience, basically. Or rather, we don't want to lower anything, but if we are lowering something, which we inevitably will be, those are the ones we care about lowering more. You've got no one else that needs murdered, so it's not like we need to use this house. Not a big deal. We're not using anybody here. If we are, it would be Chronometrics, though. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Acorn Hero, but so when we're using the advisors, they will give you 2 bonuses and 1 minus. Okay, so if like say we're using EG Proxy here, if we only used EG Proxy and no one else, we'd get plus 15 to Penitence, minus 10 to Fervor, and we would also get a bonus for the house here. So in this case, Obedience, and that would be about plus 10 using just 1 person, I think. But so that's why it's associated with the house. But you can get it from other places, like for example, using loyal freaking Gunther over here, who's a crony. I can just use him to raise obedience from over here in House Cadwell. And these people we don't care too much about either. Baylor, the embezzler. I trusted you, Baylor. I gave you my blessing, Baylor. House bonus is somewhat randomized. Yeah, it can be like a minus, but normally, I guess it's probably like averages a net of like +7 or 8 if it's just one person. Anyway, we're not using any of these people, I don't think. Don't really see that happening. We're just like using Gunther. Like that's like all we're doing. It's just going to Gunther Town here. We're hitting this this in-game section, so I mean, I guess if we were to use someone, it would make it. None of that matters. None of that matters. Who's gonna die this time? Doom. Doom the Swindler. So how many negative sins do we got left? We got Embezzler here. Christopher, so that's 2. Nobody there. And 3 with Doom. So we should actually be just in time to kill all the true sinners. I do believe we get there. Unless something weird happens. So I'm still playing a little bit cautiously because we do want to make sure we get there. We don't want don't want no craziness happening here. Using House Iosefka would be kinda good, I guess. Mostly whatever, though, still. So, sure. I mean, if we're using anyone, Artful Chaos has a hat. So, I mean... And also we could learn more about Artful Chaos, which shouldn't really matter very much. And we'll learn that about them next time anyway, because we'll still have an inquiry into that house. Alright. So, yeah, pretty smooth sailing, mostly, like, using Gunther, making Cadwell House all happy. Where are my other sacrifices at, right? Let's remember this. So Baylor's in Kingi, so that's not too bad. And Klepto's already dead, right? Yeah, so Christopher is in Cadwell. And we're planning on raising that one through the roof, so that's not a problem at all. And then Blackbourne finally loses a person, and they're already plus 25, so that's good too. Yeah, we should be pretty smooth sailing at this point, I think. Don't want to call it too soon now, but... We actually have time to, like, look at King Will, maybe, even though they're minus obedience? Probably not. That's, I don't know, that's dancing things a little too much, probably. How much negative for 5? Alright, that's fine. That gives us less discipline, which is honestly kind of good. I just want to learn more about Artful Chaos, so let's do that because it's fun. Artful Chaos burned one old world book. Artful Chaos is honest. In sermons, Artful Chaos's truth rings out, clear as a glass bell. Meh. I'm unimpressed with your honesty, Artful Chaos. Let's see. I mean, if we use Iosefka once, that's probably a good thing. Just to keep that house, you know, like at least somewhat happy. In case, like, a letter we have to deal with lowers their favor a lot or something. That seems fine. Discipline's going to be capped from that, though. We could get a little frisky with King Will if we wanted to. It's still going up, yeah. I'm okay with this. We can do this once. Nothing's gonna, like, catch us by surprise here, so... King Will is rumored to be full of fervor. King Will just shrugs when threatened with punishment. This should be red still instead of green. There's quite a little bit of buggage in that regard, but... And see, it showed red again now. This doesn't update quite right. Nobody has eyes, makes it easier to kill. You know it. You know it. Alright. Like, wasting 6 discipline is the only reason I'm considering doing anything else here. We're wasting even more discipline if we do that, though. So... whatever, I suppose? Yeah, sure. Gunther is a crony, deserves to be the only advisor. Do it up. Gunther's still only getting average outcomes on this, though. I've never seen a like, especially good outcome on the, yeah, discipline here. Alright, well, see you later. I was about to say Gunther. No, don't see you later, Gunther. See you later, Doom. Doom the Swindler. Sugar Daddy achievement, apparently. My most beloved. You struggle so pleasingly. Encourage discipline, denial of worldly pleasures. The teller of lies. Give him to me. Well, looks like we've got an advisor appointed here. There's no one else to investigate. Investigate Christopher again. You can't even use my remaining inquiry. We did too well, apparently. Let's see, do we got a letter we do? I mean, do we want to do our inquiries first? I guess we might as well. Hey, look, there's no one to inquire about here, too. Can I inquire about a dead person? I did never actually try, I suppose. Someone asked about that earlier. I assumed I couldn't, but I can, in fact, not inquire about the dead. Alright, King Will. Let's find out. Oh, you're violent. Okay. Grats on violence, I suppose. And inquiry over here is... oh, wait, there we go. Tyranny's a convict. Sure. Sounds good. We've now inquired as much as we can inquire. A gift from your pleased ally, Lord Cadwell, arrives. Because we just, they're zealous now after how much we, used Gunther last time. May this secret delight prove Cadwell loyalty, the note says. Unwrapping it, you find an exquisite raspberry cheesecake, forbidden under the village's strict laws. Seize Lord Cadwell's forbidden sugar supplies. I like both of these options, to be honest. I mean, Cadwell isn't as much of a garbage house as Everson. If it was House Everson, I mean, we'd probably just need to seize it no matter what, because that's a garbage house. But Cadwell's been okay to me. Not good. Like, Kingi's been good to me. Kegney, rather. Kegney is the best house. I like House Kegney. But, why not both? Oh, man. I would do both. Yeah, you're in Iosefka, Anvar. Hey, Odasiati. How's it going? Giltron, Gilder Sneeze, Coradias, Spooky Donations, Miss Taco Bell. That's clever, Dave. Hey, young fellow. Alright, well, let's, I'm gonna seize Lord Cadwell's forbidden sugar supplies, I think. Lord Cadwell fumes and sputters, raging as his own confiscators throw the sugar into the sea. He will not soon forget this. What part of illegal goods do you not understand, Lord Cadwell? Hey, Chainsaw. Shark Onta. You're still alive, Gilder. You're like the only person we don't know everything about now, Gilder. You're the only one. You're a linguist, by the way, which is bad, but not inexcusable. So yeah, you're not on the chopping block. There's no intention to kill Gildersneeze right now. All the more reason to follow him, I suppose. He's not even dead. But yeah, we've got more important people to kill, like this filthy embezzler over here. Or right now, we've got, of course, this lying lie face who lies to people. 3 people went for cutting linguinist. Grats, Aussie Joe. Grats. Alright. Anyway, this is pretty smooth sailing as far as I know right now. So I'm feeling like we played a strong enough early game where we can... I'm getting complacent. That's what I'm suffering from right now. Like, well, I'm not quite though. We're still making sure we make some decent choices here and there, right? But it's not. It's looking pretty good. That's all I'm saying. Okay, these people are all stupid though. I mean, I shouldn't actually be praising rather House Kegney that much. They had 3 like mega sitters in their ranks. They had 3 mega sitters. I mean, so not such a great place after all, it would seem. None of these matter. Ah, sure. We haven't brought Yofada along for a while, so that's fine. Bring Anvar? I don't think we want to bring Gilder, like... Well, I mean, I want to learn more about Gilder, but I don't want to, like, drop her ignorance. We want to keep that up about 50 if we can. And Gilder... not so good on promoting the ignorance. Well then, that is very generous of you, Pay It Forward Sneeze, who says, my viewers were very kind to me tonight, it's true. So a resub and a tip for my raid target too. Appreciate it kindly, good sir. Man, I should make sure Gilder lives in any game I play more often, apparently. Much appreciated, man. Hey, Junkles. Was this game, was it good? It looks good. It's at least decent. It's at least decent. This is called the Shrouded Isle, and it's all about, you know, ousting the sinners in your ranks, apparently. Basically, rather. Alright, we'll bring Anvar. No mercy to sitters. That's what I want to hear, Anvar. That's what I want to hear. Alright, how about House Garbage here? King Will, or we could send Ozzy Joe if we wanted, although they're imaginative. No. If we're using anyone here, it's gonna be King Will. And Blackborn. It's kind of a dumb house, but I mean, EG Proxy's awesome though. Even if they're not cutting out everybody's tongues this time. But anyway, sure. The childlike Gamma. If we're gonna use anyone, that would be who we would use. We're probably not using them though. Alright, we're good to go. Just need to remember to sacrifice, like, that's the difficult choices. Just sacrifice, yeah, I feel like we've done so well in the early game. Like, we had one or two really tough spots, but then we've smoothed it out, so I think we should be fairly good to just, like, be awesome for a while, you know? Let's see. So, is there any house? I mean, we wanna keep Iosefka happy, I suppose. Keep all the houses relatively happy if possible. It seems good. I like that. So sure. How about that? Take a big obedience hit, but that's fine. King Will roars through the nights in a fit of timber. Thanks for the follow, Sean R. Kieser, and welcome to the stream. Well, everyone's sinners, Ritzel. Everyone's a sinner. It's just a matter of how much of a sinner they are. We have to oust the worst sinners among us, right? The other sinners, I mean, it's okay. Some number of sinners, it's not that big a deal. It's okay. Sure. That seems fine. It's my turn! Whee! That's what Gamma says. Lovely. Lovely. Yofada is often found weeping and gnashing teeth for no known sin. Yofada is rumored to have taken on yet another lover. Gamma totters about, a favorite of the people. Gamma lowers the monthly tax on sugars and meats. Bad Game Theater was wow, huh? That's certainly something that could happen with Bad Game Theater. Candied beef. That's right. Hey guys, my friend the Great Gildersleeve has just started watching. Thanks for the update on that one, Twitch. Yeah, like bad games you have to like actively suffer through rather than passively suffer through like movies, right? So that is actually a relevant distinction, I would say. I'm actually gonna use the liar ones, maybe, just for funsies. Is that a thing we do? Let's see. How much is that lower obedience? That's not too bad. Nah, we'll just use this. The village will worship properly or bleed shrine. Yeah, Anvar knows what's up. Anvar knows what's up. House Cadwell's gonna rapidly fall out of favor here. You thought I found only a few scribbled scraps of old world literature. There were no bonfires. Terrible. Just terrible. Hey, Glacier Wolf. Full motion video where you played as a French Canadian sent back in time to kill Hitler. Then it had a 15-minute commercial for their YouTube channel. Okay then. See you later, Christopher. You delayed for a while. We found out you were a liar when we were like... We thought we were desperate to find Sinners season, and then you lucked out and we found out Slug was rebellious, and then you just kept surviving, but no more, you lying liar that lies to people. No more. No more lies. A whisper caresses your dreams once more. My most beloved, you struggle so pleasingly. Encourage ignorance, purity of mind and soul. The greedy embezzler, give her to me. No problemo. No problemo. It's your turn, Baylor. It's your turn. We do have a letter. Do we have any inquiry? Oh, we can. We can inquire into Gilder. Gilder's obedient, apparently. Alright. Still not using Gilder this turn. But now we know a little bit more about Gilder. Gilder's the last person shrouded in mysteries. It's quite impressive, really. It's like several of these houses we've known about everyone for like 2 or 3 months now, or seasons around even. Alright, anyway, we need to keep ignorance up a little bit, and obedience up would be, you know, probably good. And, yeah, houses are all fine-ish, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's see what our letter is. A letter arrives. Unable to leave bed for 2 weeks. Furba Cadwell complains of a great weight pressing down and difficulty breathing. All of House Cadwell fears the disease may spread. Furba uneducated and lazy. I mean, we don't really care that much if House Cadwell doesn't like it, but Furba got infested with lies. I see, Gilder. The Hitler killing game was a sequel. Well, if they made a second game, you know that's a sign of quality. Indeed it is, beware. Indeed it is. This is like... Well, I guess like it doesn't give us any question marks either way, so... I think Furba is faking this ailment must be whipped. Furba is whipped and humiliated for laziness. You hear rumors of collapses during work, but no one else catches the so-called disease, and you put it out of your mind. Which is capped on bit-nits off of that. I was kind of hoping we'd go up on ignorance, to be honest, but that's fine. That's fine. Alright, So as long as someone's not negative ignorance, it's fine, so... I mean, we don't want to use anyone from this house, really. This is all stupid. And if we were, I guess it would actually be chronometrics, maybe? Yeah. Let's see. Gunther's a pretty good pick again, as usual. Gunther, man, this cronyism is paying off. Yeah, do it up, Gunther. And house garbage here. Still pretty garbage. Yeah. Yeah. House garbage is still garbage, shockingly enough. Blackborn, do whatever. None of that matters too much. I guess if we're using anyone, it's gonna be the childlike Gam again. Hey, Great Grey Wolf. Anyway, let's do something mildly ignorant, which is only this one. That's the only one. That's the only one we have that raises ignorance right now. There's no house we really care about appeasing very much. So, sure, everyone can enjoy Gamma's childlike tottering about here. Then that's just great. That just smooths out our numbers a lot. So everybody likes that. Sure, we'll do that. Gunther claims the citizenry have very few luxuries and returns empty-handed. Gunther. Disappointed in you, Gunther. Disappointed in you. We'll give you another go, Gunther. Give you another go. What did he say? I've been so impressed with your leadership, Your Excellency. Alright. Alright, season forbidden desserts and fine cloth. That's better. That's better. Alright. See you later, embezzler, Baylor. The bars under the houses are the stats of the things, the attributes. Awakened. Oh, did we not get to sacrifice our last person? We were a month too early. This will be the last entry in my journal. The hour of our salvation arrives. I go now to my final ceremony. As it was written by our ancestors, Great Chernobog rises in glory to guide the next age. Our suffering is at last at an end. I can barely tell what that's supposed to be. Praise be unto him, forever and ever. Amen. Oh, that's just Chernobog, apparently. Or something? Maybe? Yeah, I guess so. Chernobog, the angry Cthulhu samurai, I suppose. No, we sacrificed them all. Okay, that was the last one. I thought we had one more. 9 out of 9 major sinners sacrificed. We did it. Well, there we go. The rest of your house was weak. They were weak, Gilder. They were weak. I mean, what else would you call that, Ozzy Joe? I think the Angry Cthulhu Samurai was pretty accurate.